On this episode of Campsite Cruising, we're headed to Cliffs of the New State Park in Seven Springs, North Carolina, right outside of Goldsboro.
We got to the park not too long before dark, so we found our way to the family camping section, and then we stopped at the camp store. In here you can get ice, firewood, maps, and other little snack things. Firewood was $7 a bundle. Then we made our way over to the rest of the camping area and pulled into our campsite. Spot number 12. We finished setting up just before dark, had a little bit of food, and then sat by the fire to relax for the rest of the evening.
We woke up to a beautiful morning, had our coffee and breakfast, and decided to hit the trails. A few hundred yards away from our campsite was the trailhead to the overlook.
After a short little trip through the woods, we came out and saw this beautiful view from this cliff. This is where the park gets its name, Cliffs of the New State Park. This also leads to many trails that we decided to go on. These trails lead down to the banks of the Neuse River, and down here you can do fishing, you can hang out. They do not want you to get in the water. It's very dangerous down here. And speaking of dangerous, I decided to be adventurous and try to take some pictures. So you see these little roots sticking up right here. Those saved me from falling into the river because I slid down the muddy banks and almost ended up in the water.
The park also has an 11-acre swim lake fed by a natural spring. There are no fish in this lake due to the high iron content. The swim lake is available seasonally with a daily and hourly schedule dependent upon staffing. All visitors must have a swim band to access the lake. The cost is $6 for adults ages 13 and older, $4 for children 3 to 12, and free for toddlers 2 or younger. Swim fees are not included in overnight camping fees. They also rent stand-up paddleboards, canoes, and pedal boats for $10 an hour, cash only.
After hanging out at the lake for a while, we hit the trails again. One bad thing about this park is the trails aren't labeled very well, so try to pay attention to your maps. We came across this gigantic picnic shelter that is currently closed until further notice. If you got the group camping spot or something over here, this would be an awesome place to hang out. There's plenty of places to sit and enjoy the weather and friends and family. From there, we headed to the visitor center, where you can find a lot of information about the park and the history of the park. We ran into a black bear on our way there. Luckily, he was stuffed, just like this owl. One cool thing about the visitor center is they have a neat interactive section for the kids to check out. So if you have little ones, I highly recommend going and checking this out. And while you're in there, don't forget that you can get stickers or t-shirts or even little stuffed animals and more information about the park. And before you leave, be sure to get your passport book stamped.
Cliffs of the Noose has 34 campsites total, 12 full hookup sites, 22 primitive tent sites, 3 cabins, and 1 accessible site.
How are the facilities?
The facilities are really nice and clean, with doors and benches in the shower stalls.
We really enjoyed our stay at Cliffs of Noose State Park and plan on going back some other time. The only downfall was the trails weren't marked as much as we would like, but everybody was friendly and everything was nice. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram for some more behind the scenes information and more updates that happen quicker than here on YouTube. And we want to thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.